Welcome back to Real Talk with Shawn and Julie. Can you guys notice we're in a different position?
Yeah.
We're in our bedroom now.
we comfortable now.
We're getting comfortable
Yeah.
just because we just want to change it up
Yeah.
and then give you guys a new view. We want to bring today to you guys just about the topic of being stuck.
Yeah,
Or feeling stuck. You know what I mean? Yeah, and feeling stuck basically in a position, it could be in a job, it could be in your, with your children, it could be in your marriage, it can be, any area of your life, just feeling that feeling of being stuck, like things are not moving, things are not flowing. You're not reaching that goal, you're not reaching that destination that that you wanted to reach, quick enough or fast enough, or getting there a certain time that you say you want to be there, or accomplish that thing at the time you want to accomplish it. And you just see yourself like that. It just seems like it's so far away, it's so distant, it's so hard for you to reach it, to get there. And there's just so much stuff in life, experiences and things that is coming at you, and things that you're going through, as well as just life experience, period. Sometimes I feel like it's hindering it, it's blocking it, it's stopping it from you getting to that destination, for you getting to that place where it's reachable, where you can accomplish it, where you can walk into, that goal, that purpose, that plan, whatever it is that, that you're reaching for. You're stretching out your faith,
right,
or you're believing for, so. And we just want to share a little bit of that with you guys today, and just to let you know that we experiencing these things as well, and it's frustrating sometimes, guys. It's so frustrating. Just from my experience, I know me to the point where sometimes sometimes I want to give up,
right,
or I just want to let go. I'm not that kind of person just to do that. I'm not the kind of person to give up that easy, or just give up on anything, period. Everything takes a process. Everything is time, and we know for a fact, with God, when he calls us to do something, or he calls us to believe in something, or have faith in something, it takes process, it takes time. And God's timing is so different than our timing, and he said, like 1,000 years is a day to God, and a day is 1,000 years. That's a mouthful right there. You all that's going through that, just all I can tell you is just be. Just be still and know that God is God, regardless of what situation you're praying for, what situation you're in, what circumstance you're going through, what you're facing. And it just seems like the problem is just there, and it's not moving, it's not changing. But you do see changes, but not rapidly. You don't see that change expeditiously. You don't see that change quickly, the way you want to see it. You know what I mean? It's just taking its time. It's like a slow change. And when you do see the change, it's little things here and there, but it's not enough.
right.
So, I'm just telling you to hold on. Just keep the faith. Just know that God is faithful. He keeps his word, no matter what,
Right.
I know that's one thing about us human beings. We have feelings and emotions, and it gets in the way sometimes. And, it kind of affects our belief sometimes. It kind of affects our waiting and being, knowing that God will come through for us. It kind of affects our walk with him at times, because, like I said, it gets the best of us at times, so
It really does.
just, hang in there and just be. Sometimes you just got to sit still and just know that God is working some things out, even though we don't understand it, even when it's taking forever, and we just like, why is it taking so long? Why is this not happening? Or why did I pray for this situation and I don't see changes? Or why am I still waiting for this when it's been years? I'm talking about like 5, 10 years, 15, some people 20, Everyone's walk is different. Everyone's faith walk is different. Everybody's, on a different level of faith, different level of belief and trust with God and everything, But just, why is this thing taking so long? We question that stuff sometimes, and it's just uncertainty. When it comes to us human being and uncertainty, it's scary sometimes. Just knowing that what's gonna happen, or when is this gonna happen, or is it really gonna happen?
Yeah.
Is God's really gonna keep his word? And we know he does, but in your mind you question it. You know what I mean? And the enemy would put all kind of things in your mind, telling you,
and that's where he gets in.
Right.
You start questioning things, and you start doubting it a little bit, because you know sometimes when go a long distance and believe in something, sometimes you do get a little bit of doubt. So you're thinking, wow, this has been so long. Maybe it wasn't God who said it. Maybe it really wasn't. It's the same thing that the enemy did with Adam and Eve in the garden. He said, hath God said really? Has he said that? Did he really tell you that?
Yes.
See, that's when
this is so true.
Yeah, this is when the doubts come in, and then once you start doubting, you know, like they said in the word too, it said hope deferred makes the heart sick. And that faith, the faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. It really is. You have to stay so locked in your faith, and if you don't, see, the real sign of faith is your trust and love for God. And you know that he loves you, and you trust that love. You know that God's not a man that he shall lie. And every time that he gives you a word, regardless of how long it takes, you know that fact that you can trust God. If you can't trust no one else, if you can't trust yourself, if you can't trust even the situation that you're going through, it's not to be trusted. The only thing that you absolutely have trust in is God and God alone. It really does. And that's where you just have to be, like my wife said, you just have to be still and see the salvation of the Lord. You'll see that God got your back. God got this, even if you don't understand it. Sometimes we're not going to understand it all, and we're not supposed to, really. You know, if we can understand everything, and if we have all the answers, then we don't need a savior. We don't need a God. We got all the answers. He's never going to give you all the answers, because your faith really gets its strength from not knowing and still standing on that word. Sometimes, like she said, that's all you can do is stand. After you've done all you can, you just stand. Like Donnie McClurkin said, that's what you have to do. We don't want to do that. We want to see more results. We want to see more things going the way that we perceive it to go. See the way the way that things are going. The reason it's bugging you is because it's not going the way that you thought it was going to go.
You mapped it out, yes. You know, we have every one of us have a different visual, different picture of how we see our future, how we see that business. Not showing that. It's like the totally opposite, and that's what the enemy does. He shows you the totally opposite for you to hold on to. You know what I'm saying? To that negativity, that doubt, that fear. Just standing in faith. Standing and knowing that no matter what, and like I said, none of this stuff is easy.
It's not easy. Success is not easy.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not. Say that again.
Success is never easy. It's just how much you can suffer and how much you can endure.
Oh my God.
That's the really test of success.
That's the
test. If you can't go through the endurance, if you can't go through the success, you're not going to be. If you can't go through the stress, the suffering, the timing, the blood, sweat, and tears, like you said, if you can't sweat for it, if you can't really suffer for it, then it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen the way, or it might happen on a small level. But if you want big blessings, if you want big success, it's going to have to be a big cost. And that cost is suffering.
And it comes with it. It comes with it.
You have to suffer.
You have to. You have to when it comes to anything that you are desiring, praying for, that stand in the gap, and, you know, having faith for. You know, whether it's like my husband said, a business, you know what I mean, for that family members to get healed from cancer or sicknesses, or it could be you having to like pray for a daughter or your son to get out of jail or in a situation, anything, you know what I'm saying, your career, anything. It's just knowing, if you are waiting and trusting on God, just know that there's always going to be opposition. There's always going to be trial. There's always going to be tests. There's always going to be process. There's always going to be things. You're going to go through the process of waiting and waiting and waiting. And I mean, more waiting. Doubt are supposed to come into your thoughts. Maybe are supposed to fly into your head. It's supposed, that's part of walking with God. Did God said that? Did God really mean what he said? Did God said, is God going to keep his promise? You know what I mean? What he said he's going to come through for us. Is he really going to come through? You know what I mean? As human beings, we have to realize that we're human, and we're going to have those thoughts, and we're going to have those moments of breaking down, of calling it quits, of just getting tired and weary and don't want to continue going on with the process. we are human. That's gonna happen. That's part of the whole process too. And God knows that. That's where His grace and His mercy comes in. That's how we can have grace for us and just continue allowing us to go on and just touch us,
Right.
And I'm telling you, thank God for the touches. Thank God for the
we
recuperations and the healing and revival again. It's like life support for some of us that's going through that's carrying carrying greatness, carrying the promises of God. He calls us to do, every one of us, He calls us to do different things, and some of us has big goals and dreams and big calling in life. Some of us are, it's huge, and it's like, and I know sometimes you feel alone. And I mean, lately we've been going through that. It's like, that loneliness just creeps in. You have people around, but then you feel like you still feel lonely. You know what I mean? You still feel all alone, but you have people around, but it's like, but they can't understand. They can't relate to you. They don't know what you're experiencing. They don't know what you're going through. Everybody's, me and my husband together, and we are married.
Right.
We are together. We are in the same house. We live in the same, we sleep in the same bed.
Mm-hmm.
We talk, we communicate together. We do things together. But you know what? Individually, we fight different things too.
Right.
Within ourselves, you know what I mean? Our faith is different walk as well. We're not on the same faith walk as each other, you know what I mean? So, and when I said you're not alone, but yet you're alone, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure some of you guys can relate to. I'm not alone. He's here for me.
Right.
I have my family, my children too. Family members and friends that I can count on and stuff like that. But there's certain battles within that they cannot understand. They can do only so much, but there's some kind of void that only God can touch, only God can fill.
And He made it that way.
And He made it that way.
He really did.
He really did. He made it that way where you can run to Him and not nobody else, because then you're going to be dependent on them instead of Him.
Right.
And then they're going to be your source instead of God being your source.
Yeah, He always makes a way where you think that someone else has the answer and they don't. There's always going to be a situation where not anyone can help you but God.
Yes.
There really is.
Yes.
Because only God knows the right answer. Only God knows what you need and what the right time that you need. We were just talking about that. Sometimes you're so broken and sometimes you're so hurt that even people that are giving you good
advice,
good words and all that stuff, but it's still not what you want to hear. And then all of a sudden here you are turning on TD Jakes or some of you Rob Parsley or whatever, and then God just all of a sudden just drops the right word, just right where it hurts, right where you need it. Sometimes He don't even say nothing. Sometimes someone will just come up and just give you a hug or something like that, and you just feel the warmth and love of God. Or sometimes you'll go through the store and you just hear just a song. It's not even a spiritual song. It might be just a song that speaks to your situation.
Yes.
It could be just a person off the street, and all of a sudden they say, "Man, you're so beautiful.
Yes.
You're one of the most beautiful girls I've ever seen before." But you've heard that before, but you needed to hear that right then and there.
And you recognize His voice because you I heard my daddy's voice in that.
Else.
Dude,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and I love it.
He'll do that.
He said His word is a lamp unto our feet and a light unto our pathway. Oh my God.
And that's all He needs is a body. All He needs is a body. He'll speak through whoever He needs to speak through.
Yes.
And when He needs to drop a word in your spirit, when He needs to give you something right when you need it, don't always look to who you think it is.
Sometimes He comes a different way. Sometimes
it could be somebody that has a mohawk, or someone that has earrings all over their tattoos.
Yes.
And all of a sudden they give you exactly the word or exactly whatever it is that you need.
Yes.
They'll hit that hopelessness.
Oh, yes.
You all of a sudden you're feeling hope sick. You're feeling the hope deferred makes the heart sick.
Yes.
All of a sudden God knows this, and all of a sudden sometimes you feel so hurt you don't even want to hear no preaching. You don't even want to turn on any spiritual music.
That's the
truth. You just
right
want to be
there.
left alone. You just want to be left alone.
Let's be real now.
Yeah.
Real talk.
I just want to be.
Yes.
And all of a sudden you decide to go to Walmart, or you decide to go to some type of store. Then all of a sudden you said, I'm just going to be. I'm just going to do my thing today.
Right.
And all of a sudden here comes some stranger just speaking or doing something that you know was God. You said, God, that was you.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden after you hear that word, you go back, listen to some preaching, turn on some gospel music.
Love it. It just gives you like that extra gas, that extra that extra ignition just to get you going again.
He speaks a word right
He's just so
when you
awesome.
need it. Right when you need it.
Yes.
Right when he knows that you're
oh my God.
you're going through a little too much more than you can
yes.
bear. He'll come find you.
He said he won't give you more than you can bear. That's what he said.
He'll come find you.
Yes, he will.
If you're his girl, you're his son, he'll come get you.
He's a keeper.
He'll get you.
He's a keeper.
He's a shepherd, you know.
Yes,
you're still a sheep, you're sons and daughters. He knows where you're at. He don't want to lose
awesome.
you. He said if you just lose one coin, if you just lose one coin, or you just lose one sheep out of the 99, you're gonna
He leaving it and going to find that one sheep.
He's gonna come find you.
He's gonna come find you.
He's gonna come find you.
Exactly where you at. The brokenness, that hurt, that pain, that situation you feel like you can't even get out of, you stuck in it, he'll find you. Ain't nothing too deep for God. Ain't nothing too far for God. Ain't nothing too hard for our God. He'll get you in any situation
that you're going through right now.
out.
He said he'll turn all bad into good for your
work together for good. Everything work together for
everything.
Everything. All things work together.
To those who love God.
All things.
He knows the love that you have for him.
Yes.
He's got more love for you than you do for him. So if you love God that way, just imagine how much he loves you.
Oh my goodness.
And he'll come get you. He really will. He'll come running at you. He'll come get you.
Oh yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's where that B comes in, that trust. Trust in what? Trust in the love of God.
Right.
If you can't trust in nothing else, trust in the fact that God said you're fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yes.
Trust in the fact that God created you and formed you in your mother's womb. If you can't find nothing else, just rest in the arms of God's love. Just rest in the arms of God's love.
Yes.
If no one's hitting the spot that you need to, just rest. Rest in your daddy's arms. Rest in your father's arms.
And just know that. Just know that no matter what. Yes, no matter what you're going through, he sees you. He knows exactly where you're at.
Yeah.
And there's a due date for every single one of us.
There definitely is.
There's a due date. Trouble don't last always. You hear me?
Yep.
Trouble do not last always.
And someone said that too. Whenever there's a problem, there's always an answer to a problem. There's always a solution.
Yes.
Every problem, there's always a solution
to it.
And he has the answer. He really does.
Yes.
He does.
Yes.
He has it.
And
so, Go ahead.
And some of you, I just want to minister to some of you. I know a lot of us, we make mistakes. We did some things that we're not happy with doing, what we did.
Exactly.
We're not pleased with it. Or we did some things out of our character sometimes.
Right.
Why did I do this? This is not me. Why did I end up, slipping here? This is not me.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
It is.
It's okay.
It makes you human.
It makes you human. That's what us being human is, and why he is God and why we're human. And when we mess up like that, we don't beat up on ourselves.
Right.
There's no condemnation in him.
Right.
There's none.
Right.
You don't.
You don't have to feel guilty.
You don't have to feel guilty. You don't. Trust me. He already forgive you before you even ask for your forgiveness. Right. He already know what you was gonna do. That stupid decision, that stupid choice, that mistake, that dumb mistake that you make.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Without thinking, he already know. He already knew that you was gonna do that before you even do it.
He already knows you're imperfect. His perfection rests in your imperfection.
Love it.
Yeah, his perfection rests in your imperfection.
I love it.
And that's how he knows. He knows you're always going to be in need of him. You're always going to not have the answer.
Yes.
You're always, like you said, his thoughts are higher than our thoughts.
Yes.
He knows this. He made it that way.
He did.
He always made a way where he knows that you're going to have to come running to him. And sometimes he'll put you in a situation.
He will.
Go ahead, yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes he'll make it that way.
Yes, he will.
So you come after him.
Yes.
You come seeking him.
Oh, yes.
Sometimes the situation will be so bad in your life that you always have the right answer. You always have the solution. Okay, if you do, okay, then I'm gonna have a way of getting what I need out of you. I need you. I want you. I desire you, and I know you do me too. So I'm gonna put you in a situation where you're gonna be thirsty for me. Yeah, you really are. He'll put you in a situation where you're hungry and you're thirsty, and the only way to find it, like you said, he's the well. You drink of this water, and you never thirst again. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you got to drink of his water. You got to drink of his well. You got to read his word. You got to pray to him. Sometimes no one else can help you. No one else. You're like in prison, but you're not behind bars. You're in prison in your own body. You're trapped. You're stuck, like she said. And the only way to get unstuck is through God himself. He's got the answer. He'll lead and guide you out of out of that feeling. It's not a feeling. You're not stuck. You're never stuck.
Right.
You're really not.
Come on now, preach, baby.
It's just a matter of time before you get to where you need to be. You just got to keep believing. You got to have that endurance. Like you said, she was just saying, there's always opposition. If you don't have no opposition, then you're not doing nothing worthy. If you're just doing just minimum things, or that means you probably are not going to have any opposition. The only time opposition comes is when you're about to do something great.
Right.
When you're about
Here
to
comes
do
the
something.
devil.
Yeah.
Oh,
so he ain't going to mess with you if he knows you
exactly.
just... there's no opposition to that because he's already allowing you to do what... Okay, that ain't nothing. I don't.
So it's a pure sign. When you see the enemy, all hell breaking loose in your life,
opposition.
Know that you are doing something amazing.
Exactly.
You are doing something that's going to tear his kingdom down because he's mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you,
worthy.
sometimes I feel like the devil's camped right outside of our daggone house.
Right.
Just because that's how much issues that we go through.
Exactly.
Oh my God. I'm like, can you go somewhere else? You got next door neighbor. They got some people up the street.
He's not messing with he's not messing with him. You know why he's not messing with him? Because he knows they're not doing what we're going to be doing for God.
Right.
Or what you guys are going to be doing for God.
Yes.
Or doing something of worth. If you're doing something of worth, you're always going to have opposition. If you just want to live a mediocre life or just like get by or whatever, he's not gonna mess with you.
My
He's
God,
really not.
yes.
If you're always happy and joyful, I don't have no problems. I don't have none. Well,
yes.
Okay. Watch when you start wanting to do something. Go back to college. Go get your life to where it needs to be. I bet you there comes some opposition. There's gonna be opposition. He don't want you to prosper. He said, "I wish above all things that you prosper, even as your soul prospers."
Yes.
He wants you to prosper.
He wants you.
But the enemy doesn't. He wants you to stay stuck. He wants you to be impoverished. He wants you to just be low. He don't want you to ever shine. He don't want that.
Go ahead, baby. Woo, Lord.
Yeah,
stick a fork in me because I'm done, y'all. This man right, he just took it over. My goodness, I'm telling you, I just love him. Oh man, I'm just so blessed to have the Holy Spirit use us like this. Like I said, guys,
You're not stuck.
You're not stuck. Don't give up. Don't give up hope.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give up the promises of God.
Right.
They're all yea and amen in Him. God keeps His word. He's faithful to His word till the end.
If He said
no matter what,
that's it.
He's faithful.
He's faithful.
He's faithful.
Even when you're not.
Even when we're not.
Even when you're not. He's
Even
faithful.
when we're not, He's faithful. And I thank God for that.
He's always praying for us. He's always interceding for us. So if we don't know the right thing to pray and we don't know the right thing to say, there you go. You got an intercessor.
Jesus is right there interceding for us.
Definitely.
And I'm so thankful for that. I'm so thankful. So we just so blessed today to share this with you.
Thank you guys. Definitely.
And just letting you guys know that you're not alone in this.
You're not.
You're not alone. Sometimes it feels like that. Sometimes when we go through things, issues in life and stuff like that, we be like, is everybody else going through this? Am I the only one going through this? Am I the only one? Because it feels like the enemy will make you feel like you're the only one going through it. Nobody else is going through but you. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the truth. That's a lie. That's not true.
A lot of people hide
Right, cover that stuff up.
Cover it up.
Yes. You gotta be real.
We don't want to cover it up.
I don't.
We don't want to act like we have it all together.
We don't.
We're Christians.
That's why we're sharing this stuff with you. Real talk with Shawn and Julie.
When you come to God, everything's going to be okay. You're not going to go through nothing.
Right. You're not going to have thoughts of like negativity or
sin.
Yeah, exactly. Or sin or I'm so strong. This sin I can't. This sin will not get me. Or I'm not gonna be trapped in that kind of sin. I can't. Or I'm never gonna be put in that position like that person is or whatever. You walk with God long enough, and that's the fact that you even said, "Oh, that's not gonna happen to me." Trust me, I guarantee you're gonna be tested in that area, and you will find yourself in that same situation. And you're gonna be like, "How did I get here? How did I experience this? How does this happen to me?"
And guys, please stop judging people where you used to be. Like my wife said that on a previous video. Like I said, if you got out of it and God got you free, why would you judge somebody that hasn't been freed yet? You were able to get freed. Do you not feel like they're capable and are worthy of getting free too?
Just like you were.
How are they supposed to get free if you never tell them what you've been through? If you feel like you got it all together, you're supposed to be a testimony to them and help them get out of where they are.
Yes.
If you, like someone said that, I'm gonna be real. If you knew how to roll a joint before you got saved, after you got saved, you might not do it anymore. You might not have a taste for it, but you still know how to roll a joint. I don't listen to Tupac anymore, but if someone out here has on some music and I hear Tupac, I can quote all the words of that music. I don't sit there and judge them. I don't like it anymore, but that don't mean I don't judge them.
Right.
I just know the fact that I don't have a taste for that no more. So I'm telling you, just because you don't have a taste for that no more doesn't give you any right to judge someone that still does have that taste.
Right.
You help them out of that. You help them and lead them and guide them and see what you can do to help them in their brokenness.
Yes.
Instead of just keep on kicking them down.
Right.
Like, I can't be around them. I can't be around that anymore. I don't tolerate that anymore.
Yes.
But you once did.
Yes.
You once did. They're stuck. Help them get unstuck.
Right.
Let them be open to them and show them how you got out.
Right.
That's what we're supposed to do, to show each other how. And this is what we're doing right now.
Right, and I like what you said, show each other. We don't just motivate people and encourage people that's not safe. We got to encourage each other who are safe, our brothers and sisters in Christ too. It ain't just the world we're reaching out to. We're reaching out to each other, brothers and sisters in Christ. And we got to tell our story. We got to be real with each other and help each other. A lot of us just covering things up. A lot of us don't want to share a story because we feel like we have to hold up this, you know what I'm saying, this character, like, making God look good. I don't want to embarrass myself. I don't want to put myself in this situation. I don't want to say this because they're going to look at me this way. They're going to judge me. Let them judge. Who cares? Who cares? Let them judge. Because you know what? We all are sin and fall short of the glory. Every single one of us.
All of us.
None of us is perfect. None of us ever got ourselves together. And we never will. I'm telling you, it's nothing but God that keeps us. It's nothing but God that keeps this going. Like, I'm serious.
Without God, you're capable of doing everything that you're judging.
Right. Exactly.
You're capable.
Oh my God. That's a word right there.
Just because you have the God in your heart, if you didn't have Him and you didn't give your life to Him, but you're still capable of doing that. You still have evil. He said that evil is present still within you. The only thing good in you is the reborn spirit and the Holy Spirit that's in you. But you still have nastiness in you. You're still capable of doing everything. Just go ahead and feed some of that and watch what you do.
Yes.
You just happen to feed your spirit more than your flesh. Start feeding your flesh and see what takes over.
That's right.
Definitely. It's your choice. You're choosing the right way, but don't judge somebody that's in their flesh because they don't know how to control it. Teach them what they need to do to really take control of their life. If you got control of your life, which you think you do, but you really don't.
Exactly.
Sometimes you think you have control, but
honestly,
God will show you that He's in control.
He's in control.
He
sure enough will.
He thought he had it all together.
He'll show you some humility. He'll humble you.
If you have it all together, there's no need for God, really. There's no need. Okay, you have it all together, so it don't matter. You don't need the blood. You don't need the word. You don't need God. You don't need to pray. You have it all together. Okay. We'll see.
Right.
We'll see.
Exactly. Oh my goodness.
Life will show you that you don't have it all together.
You come up with some stuff, man. It's gonna get you down to your knees.
Humble yourself.
Oh yes.
Submit to God and resist the devil and he'll flee. You gotta humble yourself.
Yes.
If you want to be a Christian, if you want to have a successful life, you better humble yourself.
Humility, man.
You really
Humility is the key. So thank you all guys for just coming into our world and just hearing what we have to say to you guys and just sharing our experiences with you all.
I'm extra comfortable today. Look.
I know we are. Of course you can see that we're in our bed. So we just once again just thank you. For being here with us. And this is Real Talk with Shawn and Julie. And we look forward to you guys seeing us in our next video. All right, guys. Have a great one.
Thank you, guys.
All right, bye-bye.